Hey y'all, Randall here with Marsh Line Fishing. It's getting winter time, which is one of my favorite times of the year to catch speckled trout, sheepshead, redfish, different things like that. And the reason for that is as wintertime approaches, speckled trout start moving into the river systems, marsh systems for spawning, as well as the sheepshead start coming in. And if you're fishing out of a boat or kayak, it is one of the best times of the year to catch that fish of a lifetime and just have a blast on the water. So recently you've seen some of my posts where I've been doing some sheepshead fishing, just checking to see if they have started coming in yet, and they are. The big ones are still far and few between, but they're coming. And several people ask me, what do I use to catch these fish? Now let me stop for a minute and talk about why I fish for sheepshead. For years I was told that they were a trash fish, believe it or not. And the more I asked about that, the more I learned that the reason people said that was because of how many bones and how hard they are to clean. But once someone teaches you how to fillet a sheepshead, it's really not that hard to clean, and it's probably one of my favorite fish to eat. The reason for that is it's a very sweet, white, flaky meat, and because of that, it is very good table fare. Sheepshead primarily feed on barnacles, shrimp, crab, fiddler crabs, things like that. So it's a very clean fish. So my bait of choice when I am fishing for sheepshead, I always prefer live fiddler crabs. I've just always had less issues with non-target fish, pinfish, and all chasing that bait. And mainly the fish I'm after is what hits that fiddler crab. So it's really my preferred bait. There's two ways you can rig for it, or the two ways that I rig for it. And one of them is you can get like a Gamakatsu octopus hook, circle hook, in a size 1 or a size 2. Now, I learned this from Southern Salt Fishing with Nathan there, and he can lay the smack down on some sheepshead, so he knows what he's talking about. Most of the time, this is what you see him using, and like he said on one of his recent videos, don't confuse this with a 1/0 size or 2/0 size. Sheepsheads have very, very small mouths, and so you want a small hook, and believe it or not, you can catch a 20+ inch fish with this little hook. And just above that, you usually would put a number 4 split shot just to get it down. Put your fiddler crab on there and drop it parallel to the bridge piling or rocks, and that's where they are, because again, they're feeding on barnacles and things like that. Now, my preferred method of what I use, I like to use what they call a sheepshead jig. Some people call it shepherd's hook, some call it a knocker rig. And the jig looks just like this. And if you look at it, it's real close. The hook's about the same size, but it's very tight. And if you look at this jig head, it almost resembles a barnacle. And the benefit of this, it keeps the crab real close. What I don't like about having the Gamakatsu octopus hook is when you're dropping down, there's a lot of current usually, and it's swaying through there. That's not to say you won't catch fish with it. I catch a lot using this method. And again, Nathan with Southern Salt really catches them. So, but I like the knocker rig. The knocker rig keeps it, you've got the weight, so it keeps it really close and really tight to the structure. Sheepshead nibble. They nibble a little bit, and to be so large, yes, they have the stripes on them. Some people call them convicts because what they also steal your bait very quickly. And so having it real tight to the jig head allows you to have direct contact with the fish, and it's a lot more sensitivity, but also when they nibble, they pretty much have it. So to me, my catch ratio goes up significantly using this jig head. Now, there are several people who make these. Primarily, I use, as you've seen a lot of my videos, the T3 Tackle and Outdoors. It's a very good hook, very quality jig head, and I just don't lose fish with it. It's tried and true, and they have so many different colors, and that would be my preferred recommendation. So I usually use, on my sheepshead setups, I will use 15 to 20 pound braid, but I also use a mono leader. Some people use fluoro, some people use mono. We can bait it both ways, and I use both sometimes. But I use a 20 pound leader. And the reason for that, again, you're rubbing tight against those bridge columns. There's a lot of barnacles, and it's just cutting at your line. If you went straight braid, it wouldn't take long and that braid would be broken. So you definitely want to use your leader for that, and that significantly increases your catch ratio. You drop it all the way to the bottom first. Set this rig all the way down, this jig, with your fiddler crab or shrimp. Hook it through the tail, have your shrimp on there, and set it all the way on the bottom first. Usually that's where I start, and that's where most of the fish are. If you don't see any or you don't get any bites up there, start slowly raising it up in the vertical in the water column, and you'll find them. And once you find one, you'll find several. And again, there's several videos out there. I might do one in the future showing you how to fillet these. Again, once you're shown the right way, you'll be hooked with these fish. I'm telling you, once you eat them, that'll be one of your preferred fish. So thank you. Sorry it's been so long since one of my videos. Had my daughter's wedding and other things coming up, good times in my life, but now it's time to get back to fishing. And so again, if I don't see you out and around, I'll see you on the coast.